Of course, spoilers ahead for episode 4 of the Ahsoka series. Ahsoka episode 4 gave us fans a lot to talk about, but there are a lot of questions on what this place actually is and how we just got some new context on what we know about this mystical place. So what is the world between worlds? Well, it's a mystical realm that connects different points in time and space in the Star Wars universe. This realm serves as a collection of doors and pathways existing between time and space, creating a conduit between the living and the dead. We first saw this in season 4 of Rebels.
The Force is what gives the Jedi its power. It's an energy created by all living things.
Hello? Master Yoda? Obi-Wan? Where are you?
The time to fight is now.
Where are they coming from?
We'll see each other again.
This is our most desperate hour. How will you be one, Kenobi? You're my only hope.
The world between worlds could be accessed through a portal in the hidden Jedi temple on Lothal. In the temple, there was a painting of the Mortis gods, the Father, the Son, and the Daughter. This mural was the key to revealing the entryway to the realm, and a Force wielder would need to use the keystone from the temple in order to gain access. And one thing I want to make clear, this world between worlds is not time travel. There's another way to access the world between worlds, and that is by the Loth wolves. These wolf giants were native to Lothal, and they have a strong connection to the Force. They could travel into and around the world between worlds. Ezra, being from Lothal, had a strong connection to both the Loth wolves and the world between worlds. And it was actually the wolves that came to Ezra after Kanan died and gave him the keystone that would show him how to access the secret realm. The Empire at the time had found the temple and was trying to gain access, but they couldn't figure out how to open the portal.
There has been a great disturbance in the Force. We must seize the power within, a conduit between the living and the dead.
Very old. Very intricate. Does any of this mean anything to you?
Well, I've seen a bird like that before. Whenever Ahsoka visited us on Atollon, it was always nearby.
Now once Ezra snuck through the Imperials and gained access,
Stop him!
he walked through the pathway hearing voices and events from the past, the present, and the future. Now above one door sat the Morai, and I'm going to link at the end of this video my Ahsoka video that goes over the Morai's connection to Ahsoka, the sister, the Mortis god that embodies the light side of the Force, and how she passed her life force to Ahsoka, saving her life. Now as Ezra looks into the portal underneath the Morai, he sees Ahsoka locked in battle with Vader back on Malachor. Now this fight happened a few years earlier where Ahsoka was killed by Vader, or that's at least what Ezra and Kanan believe as they escape with the Sith holocron. But we do see at the very end of the episode that she actually survives. Now as Vader is just about to strike Ahsoka down, Ezra, on pure reaction, reaches through the portal and pulls Ahsoka into the world between worlds. She's confused for a few seconds as she realizes Ezra, who she thought she just pushed away into the ship with Kanan, is now staring back at her, but he's obviously now a bit older.
What happened? Where am I?
You were fighting Vader. I saw you in there.
Now Ezra realizes here that maybe if he could save Ahsoka from Vader, that he could also go into the portal where his master Kanan sacrificed his life to save him, Hera, and Sabine back on Lothal at the fuel depot. But here, Ahsoka warns him.
Ezra. Kanan gave his life so that you could live. If he's taken out of this moment, you all die.
Now at this point, through one of the portals, Sidious, using Sith alchemy, attempts to get to Ezra and Ahsoka and gain access to the world between worlds. Ahsoka fends off Sidious,
Run! Keep going! You can make it!
When you get back, come and find me.
I will! I promise! May the Force be with you, Ezra Bridger.
and Ahsoka escapes back through the portal on Malachor, where we see her limping away in the temple ruins. Ezra is barely able to escape Sidious's grasp and makes it back to the Lothal temple. He closes the portal and it all comes crashing down. Now, one thing that Henry Gilroy, the co-executive producer of the Rebel series with Dave Filoni, has to say about this mystical realm. I always got the sense that if somebody else had gone into the world between worlds, they would have experienced something completely different than Ezra did. They would have heard different voices echoing, the portals would have been different, so it's all about what you bring into and what your experiences are and what your connections are. And now since Ahsoka is here, what portals will she see? What events? Could she see a portal into the galaxy with Ezra? Could she rescue him the same way he rescued her? So let's talk about episode 4 of the Ahsoka series. The appearance of Anakin and Ahsoka waking up here after being knocked off that cliff by Baylan is extremely interesting and adds a new layer on what the world between worlds actually is. Now, it seems to me that this place sits in between the cosmic force and the living force. Qui-Gon explains the cosmic force and the living force in season 6 of the Clone Wars when Yoda travels to Dagobah in order to learn how to become a force ghost.
How are you here?
I am a manifestation of the Force. A force that consists of two parts. Living beings generate the living force, which in turn powers the wellspring that is the cosmic force.
Now, Ahsoka waking up here, it brings up a few questions. Firstly, is she dead? Or is this a vision? Or did Anakin pull her into the world between worlds just like Ezra did? Anakin doesn't appear to be a Force ghost, so what's going on? Or is this really Anakin at all? Is she being deceived? Could this be the Son, the Mortis god that embodies the dark side of the Force? You know, the life force of his sister is actually in Ahsoka. Now, my theory, something that I really think I like a lot, and the more I think about it, is that this is actually Anakin, but it's during Revenge of the Sith, just before he fights Obi-Wan on Mustafar. Like, what if he gained access to the world between worlds and found Ahsoka here? Or what if he got access somehow and he pulled Ahsoka out? So this sets up episode 5 to be absolutely amazing. So many possibilities of what could happen, and if it's not Anakin, are they going to fight? Remember the last time we saw Ahsoka was at the end of Rebels Season 2, where she learns that Anakin was now Darth Vader, and she fights him on Malachor. She escapes, and then she doesn't reappear on the timeline until we see her in season 2 of The Mandalorian. So right now, Ahsoka's carrying so much regret and so much guilt over what happened to Anakin. She feels responsible for leaving him and the Jedi Order during the Clone Wars.
Ahsoka, wait! Ahsoka, I need to talk to you! Why are you doing this? I believed in you. I stood by you.
I know you believe in me, Anakin, and I'm grateful for that. But this isn't about you. I can't stay here any longer.
The Jedi Order is your life. You can't just throw it away like this. Ahsoka, you are making a mistake.
But I have to sort this out on my own. Without the Council, and without you.
I understand. More than you realize, I understand wanting to walk away from the Order.
I know.
And she has to be able to move past that guilt. Anakin can do that. He can help her, and so can Luke. Now, we saw them together in the book of Boba Fett, so she obviously has something happen that brings them together. Anakin or Luke need to show her that Anakin was redeemed in the end. So let me know what you guys think of this amazing episode and your thoughts on episode 5 and what could happen. So click here to see how Ahsoka died on Mortis, then was brought back to life by the daughter and Anakin. As always, may the Force be with you.